Greetings, cinephiles. Are you looking for a movie analysis podcast that stands above the rest? Then look no further than Collateral Cinema, the only movie podcast that matters.
We analyze good movies, we analyze bad movies, and yes, we also analyze the in-betweens of the world of cinema.
So if you like what you hear, find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and wherever you get your podcasts.
And yes, my friends, we are 420 friendly. So when you listen to us,
Smoke it if you've got it.
And now, here's a new episode of Collateral Gaming. The show starts right now.
Tonight, following our 420 special and wrapping up the Stoner holiday, we are extending our Stoner game recommendations. So stick around, folks. The show starts right now. Welcome to Collateral Gaming Bonus Round. I'm Ashley Chancellor.
And I'm Bo Maddox.
And we are recording straight from somewhere in South Texas. And yes, my friends, we are a 420 friendly podcast. So whatever you have, be it dabs, blunts, bongs, joints, or vapes, smoke it if you've got it. 420 may have come by and passed, but we are still celebrating the season. And so to wrap up the 420 season in our post-420 edition of Collateral Gaming Bonus Round, Bo and I are back to do some stoner game recommendations. I believe we did another episode like this a few seasons ago, but we're going to go ahead and list some more games that hopefully we didn't already talk about before.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, it's been a while since we've done those episodes, so there's no telling. Like, I kind of, sort of remember what we did, maybe a little bit, but I don't know.
I know. If we were more proactive, we would have gone back and listened to the episode and shit. But, you know, whatever. I don't think that anything that I'm bringing up today is something that we mentioned before. So,
Yeah,
we're going to go ahead and jump into it then. Bo, I'll go ahead and let you start us off here.
Well, my first recommendation kind of goes back to the fact that when it comes to stoner gaming, I mean, arcade games is pretty much the best genre to go back to. And also, I mean, on the PlayStation 1, there were a lot of compilations of different types of arcade games and everything. And this is one of them, and that would be the Buster Brothers collection. Now, it was originally called Pang back in the day, but Buster Brothers is essentially kind of an action puzzle game, sort of, where you're on a single screen and you're supposed to just use a harpoon gun to pop bubbles.
But you could only shoot up.
You can only shoot up. Yeah. And you don't have a jump, and you can only like climb and everything. You can only just run back and forth. But I mean, I chose this because it's just the best type of gaming when you are just really, really baked. And I mean, you're getting into the groove of everything with the game. You're learning all the different patterns for the bubbles to bounce around and everything. And of course, there's all kinds of different power-ups that come up, you know, like you have a gun, you have one that explodes all the bubbles into smaller bubbles, which can kind of be a double-edged sword, you know, like, I mean, you can kind of, it can make it a little easier, or you can make it a little more challenging. And
right,
whatnot.
yeah, if you touch the dynamite, which, I mean, it's shaped like dynamite, so it might incentivize you to not touch it, but yeah, you could use that to your advantage. But I got to agree with you. This is a good game to play while you're high because you can really just kind of get into it. It's probably the only time that I would actually have the patience for this sort of thing. But it is incredibly addictive. It's like you keep failing over and over and over again, and yet you're determined to beat that level.
Absolutely. I mean, we were doing the quick save over and over again, and just reloading just whenever we would lose a life and everything, just so it would just kind of streamline everything, you know, just basically like a save state and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, it's really competitive gaming as well, because I mean, once you start wanting to really crack a particular level, I mean, you just kind of go all in on it,
Yeah.
And when you're really high, I mean, that is just the best type of game, is like you just get into it, but it's also very simple to pick up. I mean, there's not much to the controls or whatever,
Yeah. That's one thing that a lot of these games are going to have in common is being simple.
Yes.
In
very
nature,
easy.
because we like to smoke before we play anything, but what games are, specifically intensify that experience? Because, we're like the type of smokers that they talk about in Half Baked, the ones that believe that everything is enhanced by smoking.
The enhancement smoker.
That's us. We're the enhancement smokers.
Exactly.
But there are certain games, and I feel like, something that is very complex or something that has like a convoluted story or anything like that, those aren't the best types of games to play. The best types of games to play while high is anything that has like a clear strategy and you can kind of just like lean into the motions.
Exactly. And this is definitely one of those games, but I mean, especially in the arcade, I mean, you could definitely tell that this was made to just munch quarters,
Yeah,
because,
no kidding.
Because, I mean, the patterns for the bubbles change on the fly, like especially according to how you approach each level and how you approach which bubble to pop first and whatnot, And also how to utilize the power-ups to full effect and everything, So there is a little bit of strategy to it, but it's not anything that's gonna absolutely like rack your brain hardcore. I mean, you just got to kind of, learn the patterns, recognize the patterns, and just kind of act accordingly and whatnot.
Exactly, yeah.
And the levels will have different layouts, like they'll have some bricks that you can actually break away and allow the bubbles to come down to the ground and everything. And it's also very much about timing. Like you've just got to time everything just right, because there's some instances where you're just going to have like shit tons of bubbles just bouncing all over the place. And I mean, you've got to be wary of them, because I mean, obviously one touch, one kill, old school arcade rules apply here. So yeah, but it also reminds me of when I first played this game in an arcade cabinet. It was in San Antonio somewhere, I would say on the northwest side. It was this little pizza place called Mario's Pizza.
Oh, shit.
After my sister's gymnastics.
Man, pizza places that had arcades, man.
Man, that needs to make a comeback, people. We got to have pizza places with arcades again. It's just part of the ambiance of a good pizza place, You got to have the arcade. And this one was no different. I remember it had the Buster Brothers arcade. It had one of those Neo Geo SNK multi-game cabs. It had like Sam Show. It had a soccer game. It had, I think, King of Fighters and whatnot. And I think there was also a NBA Jam game and a Mortal Kombat game.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, of course, my mom was watching as we couldn't play Mortal Kombat. Of course, I went to CC's Pizza and played Mortal Kombat anyways. But,
that actually segues into our next pick, or my first pick.
Which, yeah, that's right.
which is Mortal Kombat games, of course, and specifically classic Mortal Kombat games. Because I mean, the more recent ones, I feel like they're a lot more complex and they're a lot more technical. I mean, and all the Mortal Kombat games are technical, but one thing I'm going to say when I'm high that is easier for me is any kind of fast-paced action game, so fighting games, shooting games, games like that are actually easier for me when I'm high, because I guess I can just kind of like just concentrate and lock in.
Exactly.
And I have the patience to keep going again and again and again and again. But Mortal Kombat, I got to say, is the best fighting game to play while high, just because of how over the top it is and how absurd it is, the humor and all of it.
And it still applies a little bit of a technical challenge to it.
And it is technical still, even in the early games. But
like it's like we were talking before we did the Mortal Kombat Let's Play that we just did recently. I mean, every character kind of has its own pros, their own cons, their own feel. You know, it has there's a specific strategy that you've got to really learn if you really want to become a well-rounded, like say Sonya Blade fighter or a Noob Saibot fighter, or if you're a maybe you like Baraka or Kano or something like that. You know, I mean. It's all about just kind of learning which characters kind of work to your abilities and everything, you know, and utilizing them. You know, there's some characters that are going to have a much more cumbersome move set than others. You know, there's some that'll have an easier move set to kind of grasp and everything. So,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and so that's what's really cool about it. And yeah, if you're high and you're just playing matches over and over again, especially if you're just learning a particular character, it's a great time. But you and I, we just did a Let's Play playing Mortal Kombat Trilogy, just 2-player. Right here, you and me, and yeah, man, that was a fucking blast. We played like 26, 27 matches.
At least 27 in total, you know? I mean, and that is what's great about especially playing Mortal Kombat on a home console, is that it is very easy to kind of just get lost in it. Before you know it, you've gone through like 30 or 40 matches and everything, you know? Well, I mean, especially if you're getting into like Mortal Kombat Trilogy or Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, where you have like the 2-on-2 combat, you have the or the 8-player tournament where you can actually unlock some. One of our favorite things to do was play the 8-player tournament and unlock the fatality demonstrations. There's at least one video that has just all the fatalities, all the babalities, all the friendships, the animalities, and the brutalities, all like one after the other. It's just an ultimate cut of everything.
Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, you can even get it in Mortal Kombat Trilogy, and once you finish whoever wins the 8-player tournament and everything. So, yeah, there was always something interesting to do with Mortal Kombat games. You know, just especially when it came to the home consoles, which was a big day. That was Mortal Monday. That was like one of the biggest days in gaming ever. You know, like, because I mean, Mortal Kombat had already just accrued this really, really huge reputation, you know, just both on a competitive level and just as far as the content was concerned, you know, because it's like I said, I mean, on the Mortal Kombat episode that we did, is like, I mean, my mom told me, don't play Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, don't play Mortal Kombat.
Mom, I love you and everything, but I had to play Mortal Kombat. I
had to.
I just did.
It's foundational. It's part of.
Yeah, exactly.
It's part of becoming a man.
It's part of becoming a man. It's part of becoming a well-rounded arcade gamer. Just period. You know, it was that. Super Street Fighter and pretty much whatever Konami beat 'em up that you can find, or something like Streets of Rage or Final Fight or something like that, you know?
But I'm going to recommend any of the early Mortal Kombat games, any of the arcade ones, you know, Mortal Kombat 1 through 4. But if you want the ultimate Mortal Kombat experience for the 2D arcade games, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, I think, is the way to go, which is the console port of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, but with every character and stage from Mortal Kombat 1 through 3. So, I mean, really, I feel like that's the way to go, because, I mean, you could even play as bosses.
Absolutely, yeah. Just right out of the box, you can just play as Motaro or Goro or Kintaro. It's like, or even Shao Kahn.
Yeah.
You know, so
and they've added like this aggression meter, which is a pretty fun mechanic that I think later Mortal Kombat games kind of evolved, and I feel like fighting games in general kind of picked up as a strategy that somebody could use to turn the tables quickly in a match.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, once you get that aggression meter set up and you start, you know, just raining combos on somebody, I mean, you can just get in a good little groove and you can just finish a match really, really quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, today they have this like fatal blow or whatever it's called that is pretty much the equivalent of that. But there's a lot of cool stuff. And Mortal Kombat Trilogy, I think, is like just peak stoner game experience. And honestly, a great way to play these early Mortal Kombat games just came out last year, which is the way we played it. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. This is on all of the current generation consoles. We played it on Switch 2, but it's available on Switch 1. Yeah, you can check out. It's got like all of the original like arcade Mortal Kombat 1 through 4, plus almost all of the console ports for them, and also Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero, which we did an episode on. Mortal Kombat, I think it's got Special Forces also, Deadly Alliance on the GBA, and Tournament Edition on the GBA.
Yeah, it has everything. I'm actually quite impressed by it. You know,
it is impressive. The only thing it's missing is Mortal Kombat Gold, and some console ports I noticed were missing.
Yeah, a couple of them, but I mean, a lot of those console ports were a little redundant. I mean, they just had very subtle differences.
But I was impressed by how many ports they had. Just
definitely
of
yeah.
like the first 3 Mortal Kombat games. NES, Super Nintendo.
Sega
Genesis. Yeah, it was
Which
quite impressive.
At the time was like the best way to play Mortal Kombat was Sega Genesis, or if you had it, Sega CD or Sega 32X. It was that was like the closest to arcade perfectly you would get before PlayStation.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a great way to experience those games. So if you're looking for something to play while high, definitely recommend the Mortal Kombat Arcade Collection.
Absolutely.
Or Legacy Collection, sorry.
Absolutely. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
All right.
We knew pretty early on that the game was fun to play.
It became something that added to the mystique of Mortal Kombat.
Flawless victory.
Well, continuing on with the arcade angle that we're going with, I mean, this may as well be an arcade edition as well as a 420. But, like, I know not too long ago we did an episode on light gun games. And I don't really know if we really got into these two games that deeply and everything. But yeah, it's basically two games, but they're basically kind of the same thing. It's light gun games that were both released on PlayStation. And that will be Area 51 and also Maximum Force.
Yeah.
These are really two of the greatest 90s rail shooters of all time and light gun games of all time, period. I mean, they're just... Like, if you ever played an actual game of this on an actual cabinet, I mean, it's one of the most responsive cabinets this side of, like, the Gun Con or, like, the Sega or like, the Justifier that Konami had. It was some of the more accurate and some of the more spot-on light gun gaming that you could get. But, I mean, Area 51 was really cool because it had this great sci-fi feel and everything. Like, you're basically a special tactics division going to take care of like a zombie alien outbreak at Area 51.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's got a really, really interesting graphics. Like, I mean, here on the PlayStation is obviously a little more compressed, so it's going to be a little blurrier. I mean, a little more pixelated, but it's pretty much the full experience of both of these games here, I mean, you also have all of the different cheat modes, like the Cron Hunter mode on Area 51 and everything. And also all of the mini games and secret rooms that you can unlock as well. You just got to kind of figure out, what to shoot on them. Because in these games, everything can be shot and destroyed.
Yeah, including all of the barrels, the conveniently placed barrels.
Yeah, all over the place, and of course the ammo boxes and whatnot.
Yeah, I had a fun time playing these two. I want to say Area 51 was the more responsive of the two.
It was,
but
yes.
that may have just been the version we were playing of Maximum Force. But I did feel like it was quite a bit more floaty and not as responsive.
Yeah. Because of course we had to play this with a D-pad on a PlayStation Classic and everything. Cause,
that's the other thing.
I mean, the thing about modern TVs and old school light guns is that they're not going to work. It's specifically made for the CRTVs,
Yeah.
So, I mean, you pretty much do have to get a special USB light gun if you want to actually play those games and everything. So, I mean, I think AutoBleem even has a config for a light gun, for USB light guns and everything. So, you can still use a light gun peripheral to play these if you want to use like RetroArch or something like that. But otherwise, yeah, your best bet is probably using like either a mouse control or just use a gamepad if you're using a modded, any type of modded console or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this still was a fun time. I mean, I was really getting into it, just popping these guys left and right. And as I was redoing the same portion of the game, of that level, I was starting to memorize where the enemies were at, and like especially when you're high, that's really that makes that easier to do.
And for me, I mean, I've been playing these games for ages. I mean, I remember when I first saw Area 51, it was actually on the Lackland Air Force Base at their BX exchange. They like right in the lobby before you go into the store. They had video games. Walmart kind of had the same thing back in the day. Walmart used to have arcade games at the front of the store and everything. But yeah, that was like the first time I ever played like Killer Instinct, the first time I ever played like Mortal Kombat 2, and the first time I ever played Area 51 was there, and then I found it at a CC's and everything. So, I mean, I played a lot of arcade games at CC's. So yeah, I mean, to me, this is just like, I mean, other than maybe Time Crisis or House of the Dead, just like the pinnacle of light gun gaming here. I mean, it's like, I think that, I mean, it really kind of, the zenith of it was like Carnival, which we talked about in the
light gun game episode. I remember that.
Which, I mean, to me was like the last... that was the last gasp of that type of rail shooter, Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, there is kind of a line from Area 51 to Maximum Force to Carnival. You know,
definitely.
It's a very specific style. It's not like Virtua Cop style, which is a little more like pinpoint, or Time Crisis, which is more about, like taking cover, and then knowing when to pop back out and fire and everything, So
no,
yeah, these are more straightforward rail shooters, but
the hitboxes were pretty big.
They're very big hitboxes, so it doesn't take very much, even with a D-pad and everything.
And I like how the enemies just like explode.
It's very satisfying. You know, it's very satisfying death animations, which was very interesting. So
for real.
So yeah, those are just two really fun games that you can emulate very easily on PlayStation. So. Yeah, I recommend getting one of those, getting high, and just have a nice little night of rail shooting. And a little honorable mention I'll throw in there is Revolution X, the one that had Aerosmith involved.
Oh shit! Hell yeah!
Yeah, that's another little another little honorable mention.
Fuck yeah! All right, for me, for my second pick. I'm going to go with kind of a category here, but that is life sim games. And in particular, I want to point out three that are kind of trending. And that is Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream, which you can play on Switch 2, Pokemon Pocopia, which you could play on Switch 2, and Animal Crossing New Horizons, which you can play on Switch and Switch 2, which recently got a Switch 2 upgrade. And what better game to play when high than something that really is a game that has, no expectations, no timer, just going out and making friends. And
now I'm going to admit this is kind of a little bit of a blind spot for me because I'm more familiar with a lot of the more old school sim games, like Sim City or Sim Ants or something like that, or the Sims themselves, which is the first version of this type of game. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I go back with Animal Crossing on the GameCube. I actually played that as a kid, and I'm not super into cozy type games like this. There's only so much that I'll play of these, and I never stay on top of them or build out these huge islands like some of these other people do. But, I like to play with somebody and check out their island and kind of build things up the way that I like it. And Yeah, I mean, Animal Crossing on the GameCube was something I played a little bit as a kid, and then I picked it up. New Horizons recently on Switch, and that's been fun. It is weird though that they're still locked at 30 frames per second on Switch too, whereas Pokemon Pocopia running at 60 frames.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean they're fun games. Pokemon Pocopia is basically like Animal Crossing, but with Pokemon. And that's really fun. You can and then also a little bit of Minecraft into it, and you play as a Ditto.
Nice.
That transforms into a human, but can also like partially transform into the other Pokemon to use their abilities. And you make friends, and you meet new Pokemon in their habitats, and it's fun.
So you're telling me that the Pokemon are evolving to become human-like?
I guess so.
Do we need to go into the implications of this?
I'd rather not.
I mean, I know there's some choice copy pasta that addresses this.
Hey guys, did you know that
no,
in terms of
no, we're not going to get into that. But
no, and then also Tomodachi Life, which is really taking the world by storm. I'm actually really impressed by just how much is it possible in this game. Like you can make your Miis and you can make them look, if you're willing to hand paint it, you can make them look exactly like whoever you're trying to make, and throw them all into an island together. And like the places that you take them to, and the things that you give them, and the clothes that they wear, all like change their personality, and they have specific likes and dislikes, and interacting with other bees and proposing to them, and they'll say whatever you type. Like I remember seeing all the reels online of people talking about, oh, well, I'm an expert on pegging.
I'm going to say I have seen a lot of this game on social media.
Yeah.
Somebody made a Charlie Kirk meme, which was quite interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
so
you know me, I had to make an island of all Ryan Goslings. So.
Oh, of course. Yeah, you have to make all the Ryan Goslings from all the movies.
So far, I've got Project Hail Mary Gosling, I've got Drive Gosling, I've got Blade Runner Gosling, and Barbie Gosling all cohabitating on this island.
You need to make Only God Forgives.
Yeah, I got to do
Gosling.
Only God Forgives.
Yeah.
And, I got to do Lars and the Real Girl.
So you just make him really nerdy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really nerdy and autistic and everything?
Yeah, and I love it. I love it. I have reels saved on my I have clips saved on my Switch where I'm like, he's like, would you like to talk about driving?
Nice. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it. Yeah. So that's another fun game. And yeah, I mean, like these types of games are great to play while high because there really are no consequences. You can just play them and have a blast and not have to worry about getting killed or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Just take your time.
Yep.
So yeah.
Hell yeah. It sounds like some type of gaming I might need to get into,
Yeah.
I mean, I do have a Switch Lite. At least I can get some of the previous generations Animal Crossing games and whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You should be able to get New Horizons.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
that came out on Switch 1. So.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, Bo. And what about your final pick?
My final pick is, to me, one of the 3D platformers from the PlayStation that, to me, best exemplifies what a stoner game should feel like.
Yeah.
It's got pop culture references. It's got one-liners. It's got different types of crazy themes with every level. It's a total collect-a-thon, so you can just go all in on just collecting a bunch of items and unlocking other items here.
Yeah.
And it is technically a sequel. It's actually the second game in its series. And of course, I'm talking about Gex Enter the Gecko. And man, I don't know what it is about this particular game that does it for me whenever I'm high, but it's a vibe, right? I mean, there's a total vibe to this game.
It's a total vibe, man. It is an absolute blast, and I feel like out of all of these 3D platformers, which again are good stoner games because they're simple, the narratives aren't generally too complicated or whatever. But I feel like this is the best, like you mentioned, because of the pop culture references and because of the general vibe.
Yeah, like the level that we played was one of the Scream TV levels, which is of course all based on horror references. Some of the collectibles are like Jason masks. There's Chuckies that run around and try to kill you with a knife and everything. So yeah, I mean, there's also a Looney Tunes inspired world, which is all cartoony and everything. And Gex, he has different costumes for each subsequent level. There's a sci-fi level, so he's basically kind of dressed up like Boba Fett. There's a kung fu level where, like, based off of martial arts movies, where of course he's in a kung fu-gi and everything. So yeah, I mean, it goes all in on just silliness, kind of like Conker's Bad Fur Day, which we did a couple of years ago, I believe.
Yeah,
as a 420 special.
We did do that as a 420 special.
Yeah, this right here would basically kind of feels like a more PG-13 version of that. There's not really a whole lot of very risque humor here, but risque enough that you can. It's just more like double entendres and everything. It's not as explicit as it was in Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yeah, and I will say that Gex, Enter the Gecko, does have pretty decent controls and handling. I mean, it's not as responsive as, say, Super Mario 64, but it's definitely better than the fucking Bubsy 3D or Conker's Bad Fur Day, for that matter.
Exactly, and especially if you can get an 8-bit DOE and run it with an analog. And everything, or if you get original hardware and run it on analog, it's like it definitely helps and everything. But yeah, I mean, even on the D-pad and whatnot, the controls are pretty spot on. They're not so floaty that you're going to be falling off of platforms and everything. But it's not so precise either. So I mean, it's kind of a little bit of a middle ground there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I mean, the gameplay itself, I mean, it is very of its time, but I mean, you can still get really into it, you have a hub world and everything, you go up to TVs, you have the collectathon angle where you have to collect different items, and you also have to do different actions and different levels to unlock. The remotes are what you're trying to unlock. You have like red remotes, gold remotes, and silver remotes and everything. And you have to do various tasks or collect a certain amount of certain things or whatever. And you can unlock these remotes, and that's what unlocks other levels as well. Like you need them to unlock, different parts of the hub world and everything.
Nice, hell yeah.
So, and also that's what you use to unlock the like the boss levels and everything. Like it's very much also kind of like how the second Crash Bandicoot game kind of approaches its hub world a little bit,
Yeah.
Which was in and of itself a mind-bending hub world, But yeah, I mean, this right here is just the type of game that I love when I'm high, I'd love a good old-fashioned 3D platformer, And this is one of the better ones to come out from its time, I mean, the graphics are a little rough around the edges, but I mean, if you love that old school PS1 aesthetic and everything, it's just spot on,
Yeah.
And I mean, it's definitely a one-liner a minute type of humor, I mean, it's very well done before its time, and especially the vocal sections where you're gonna hear a lot of it.
Yeah.
Some people might say that that's a little bit of a con, but I'm fine with it though. It adds to the whimsical nature of the whole game.
Yeah, I agree.
Everything.
I agree, and I think it's even made better whenever you're just blazed.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Clock says party time. Sweet, like candy. Let's get it on. Tail time. It's tail time. It's tail time. The clock says party time.
Hell yeah. For my final pick, I'm going to go with the game of featuring the green herb itself, Resident Evil, and specifically classic Resident Evil. So PS1 era Resident Evil, or maybe GameCube era Resident Evil.
Yeah, man. You're talking Resi 1, 2, 3, and the director's cut, and then Code Veronica, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe
that's
maybe
the run.
Resident Evil 0 or Resident Evil 4 original.
Yeah, Resi 0, and also the Resi Evil remake that came out.
Yeah, and the Resident Evil remake that came out on GameCube.
Yeah, that whole run right there, yeah, that's like generational.
Yeah, specifically because, with that classic era of gaming, I feel like it's just better. Retro gaming specifically is better when you're high. And the fact is that, we got to ask ourselves, how do they use that green herb?
Oh, come on now. They smoke it,
They were
man.
smoking
Come on,
it.
man.
Come
They're
on.
smoking that shit. or they're at least making it into a tincture or some edibles or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, Ethan Winters wasn't. That's why his games aren't listed here.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Man, he never really used herbs, did he?
He does, but he mixes them up into goop juice.
Oh, come on now. That doesn't help anything.
And then Requiem kind of has you could, whenever you do mixed herbs, it actually shows as like a vial,
Oh, that's cool.
and you inject yourself with it. Yeah.
Nice.
But the original Resident Evil games, I want to say like Resident Evil 1 in particular, is just such a great stoner gameplay. Just like jumping into the mansion and everything.
Well, I would say the biggest part of that is because of the B-movie vibes and everything.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing better for a night of smoking and everything than good old-fashioned B-grade horror films.
Exactly.
That's its own kind of stoner vibe in itself. Like watching old trauma movies or old full moon features or something like that.
Yeah.
Watching stuff like that is always fun. Or all the old school original like Italian cannibal or zombie movies. That's exactly the type of vibe that you get from these old school Resi Evil games.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, exactly. So in particular, Resident Evil, I think is great to play when you're stoned. And it's whenever you do get scared, you're gonna feel even cooler about it. It's gonna be more visceral.
plus, for so many of us, those old games are like shit that we could play off the back of our hands.
True, yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I could pretty much play Resi Evil, the first one, anytime, remake or original, and I can pretty much get through it like easily, without effort, mostly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just the perfect type of thing if you just want to get into just good old-fashioned survival horror gaming. And I think that you can maybe say Resi 4, you can kind of say is...
I would say, up to and
Yeah.
including Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of like the end of that.
It's definitely the end of that particular era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those they're great games, and I'm sure countless teenagers grew up playing this shit and getting baked.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
But hell yeah, that was our Stoner Games recommendations part 2. So if you enjoyed this episode, stay tuned for more content and give us feedback. Bo, what's going on with Collateral Cinema?
As of now, our season finale should be available. That will be Salo, or the 120 Days of Sodom. And we were joined by Kaylee from Once Over with Kaylee on that one, so check that one out. We will have our Project Hail Mary at the Movies review out very soon. We watched that not too long ago during the 420 holiday. That was a lot of fun, honestly. And we also should have our Post-420 special out as well, and that's continuing the Mystery Science Theater 3000 angle, and we're going to be doing the Essentials DVD, which is Manos, The Hands of Fate, as well as Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Two all-time banger essential Joel episodes. Like you just have to watch them. Yeah. And we will have our indie movie review coming very soon. There is one of those movies that we have till the 13th to watch, so we need to watch those pretty soon, very soon. So yeah, we're going to be doing another episode on that. We're going to have some more Adult Swim content coming very soon. And in October, we will begin our newest season. We're going to begin that with Cannibal Holocaust, followed by Hereditary. So yeah, stick around for all of that.
Yeah. And for Collateral Gaming, do check out our 420 special / Let's Play of Pepsi Man on YouTube. But also our Bad Game April episodes on Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero and Big Rigs Over the Road Racing. As for what's coming up next, we will be doing Ark Survival Evolved / Ascended, and then our season finale on Claire Obscure Expedition 33 in June. But I'll also stay tuned for episodes like Game Lunch episodes on the new Lego Batman game or 007. There's a few new games that are coming out. I maybe want to do a bonus round Mortal Kombat related, maybe continue reviewing Mortal Kombat games. So look forward to stuff like that.
It'd be fun to do the fourth Mortal Kombat game, actually.
We actually already covered 1 through 4.
You are.
So
you're
continuing,
right.
we would need to do we would do 5 through 8.
Okay, yeah. You're right.
Yeah, so I'm looking to see if I can emulate those and play them.
Hell yeah.
But so maybe we might do that. But also check out Collateral Let's Play. We did just record an episode tonight as of recording this on Mortal Kombat Trilogy, and that was to kind of tie into the movie. We will be doing a At the Movies episode on that and Mario Galaxy. And we decided to actually combine those into one episode.
Yeah, we're going to do a nice little Collateral Gaming collab there. And I'm looking forward to that. I've heard a lot of good things about Mortal Kombat 2, some dicey things about the Mario Galaxy movie.
Yeah, but I think they were both fun video game to film adaptations that but yeah, we'll have more to say on that episode.
And hey, there has been an awfully bad movie come up recently that we should eventually do.
Oh yeah,
that's the new Animal Farm movie.
Yes,
dude, like Brad Jones is excited about it. He's like, oh, it's that bad. And you know that if he's excited about something like that, it's something to behold.
Oh no,
he was on the same level as the recent War of the Worlds movie.
Yeah, that's what I heard about it. In fact, I feel like from what I've heard about it, it completely misunderstands what Animal Farm was actually critiquing.
And apparently the distributor is very sketchy. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's fun. We might check that out.
Yeah, we might have to. Why not do a bad At the Movies episode? You know? Why not?
Yeah. But yeah, plenty of stuff to look forward to. And if you want to support the show, we do have a Patreon. We do also have a Buy Me a Coffee and a merch store on Dashery. We are also partnered with Dubby Energy, so you can use the promo code CGamingPod to get 10% off your first order. And you could find Collateral Gaming and Cinema wherever you get your podcasts. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, etc., and as well as YouTube. Go like our videos there, subscribe to us, and hit the notification bell to get to get notified when we have new content, such as new episodes or Let's Plays. As far as Collateral Let's Play goes, like I mentioned, we do have the Mortal Kombat episode, but also look forward to new Phoenix Wright Wednesday episode as we continue Turnabout Samurai, Metroid Monday as I continue Metroid Prime Remastered, and Shooter Saturday. We'll be doing Heretics plus Hexen next.
Hell yeah, I'm looking forward to Heretic and Hexen. And also, I have downloaded a couple of other boomer shooters that we need to do on PlayStation Classics. So,
Fuck yeah, man, I'm down. Let's do it.
hell yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be a good time. So look forward to all of that. And we're also on social media: Blue Sky, Instagram, Threads, Twitter, Facebook, etc. And yeah, I guess that's just about it.
Hell yeah, man.
All right. Well, with all that being said, I've been the guy on the couch.
And I'm just too high for all of this.
This was Collateral Gaming bonus round. We are out.
Out.
Collateral Gaming is a Collateral Media Podcast. All music and game clips are owned by their respective creators and are used for educational purposes only. Please don't sue us. We're poor.